You are number 666.
This is Iron Serbian with Capital Chaos TV, and I'm hanging out here with Orgo, Wayne, and Joey of Fuzz Evil. How's it going, guys?
Good, going good.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
It's going awesome. Yeah.
Who is losing the water the most on this particular tour?
Orgo.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm doing the hardest work, I guess.
Yeah.
Not by choice, it just kind of happens.
Right.
So yeah, I kind of sweat it all out usually. So
Makes me so thirsty.
yeah, actually this is only my third show with them. I kind of filled in. We've Joey and I kind of went to school together through high school, and we just kind of stayed friends throughout the years. And then I met his brother through other bands, stuff like that they played in the past, and their drummer happened not to be able to make this tour, and so they kind of just called me up at the last minute, and I just jumped on, and now I'm third show in tonight, and it's been a blast.
Been a
Yeah.
set of shows, yeah.
And this is all three of you guys' first jaunt into Northern California. Is that
Yeah,
right?
it's our first time being in Northern California. It's been great, man. Love the Bay Area and this part of the country, man. It's cool.
Yeah, so we've been down through Southern California a few different times, but yeah, this is the first time we're actually headed north. So
Nice. So it's forward progress for sure, huh?
Yeah, definitely. We'll head up to Portland's the next show, and then of course Seattle and Tacoma. So then Gene, head back home. So.
Nice. And you have a new album just came out, right?
Yeah, September 30th. It just came out. Came out on Battleground Records. Yeah, it's a self-titled record. It's out everywhere, iTunes, all that stuff. So you can pick it up if you dig it. So.
dig it.
This is a collection of songs written over years.
About
No,
a couple of
this-
years. Yeah.
I guess we kind of started them about 2 years ago, and then so we had a bunch of stuff written, and we started like scratching some stuff off and like put this together, trying to get this what we thought would be like a great set of songs to go together. So yeah.
Now, the artwork on this album, is this your work or some? Did you do the art?
Yeah, so I have a company called Ghost Town Graphics. It's Carrie Olage and I. So we're both from Sierra Vista, down there, southern Arizona. And yeah, so I've been doing like flyer art for years. And Carrie's a tattoo artist down there, and her art's amazing. So I teamed up with her, and so we've been doing art and doing stuff for Ripple Records, a bunch of other stuff. So.
Will there be any vinyl of this album coming
Yeah,
out?
we have vinyl available right now. I think the label has a clear version. Battleground has a clear version. We have black version, and we'll probably maybe other colors later if we end up going to Europe or something like that. So.
So it's transferred quite well, because I know a lot of bands have do art for CDs, and when they blow it up onto vinyl, it doesn't quite transfer. But yours is transferred quite well.
Oh yeah, it was made large. So the original format was for vinyl. So we planned for doing art to vinyl. So yeah.
What kind of feedback have you been getting? How would you get?
I would say a lot of people have been digging it. Haven't had any bad reviews yet. I know there's probably one coming. There's always one.
I can't wait. Yeah. 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 So far, all good reviews though. Yeah. Yeah, we got some stuff. We got some reviews in Europe that I couldn't read, so I was like trying to figure them out. Yeah. They were using these large, complicated words and small, complicated words. So
Couldn't translate it.
yeah.
Google can't translate.
They're like, oh, sorry, can't translate. But what's cool is that me not being on the record or anything like that, but just kind of come out in these shows. It's like last time we played in San Jose. People buying the vinyl, kind of just walking away with it, and just and asking us, to sign it, stuff like that, and it's kind of cool. It's like something memorable for them. That's something you don't see a lot nowadays. Is that you don't see. There's no more record stores. There's no more. There's no more like vinyl cassettes, 8-tracks, none of that stuff where there was actually something you can open and look at and appreciate it and read linear notes or look at the art. And basically, and like last night, we by accident happened to run into another band that was out of Arizona, and they parked right next to us when we were eating a late dinner, and we were kind of exchanging CDs, and the first thing they said about his artwork, they were like, wow, where did this come from? And he said, I did it all myself. And for another band to appreciate it, and to actually like, see that look on their face, like, wow, I want to open this right now. And that's what like the feeling I get seeing it for the first time, and seeing people buy those records at the shows. And again, it's just something you can just go home and stare at, or even if you don't pull out the vinyl and listen to it, that's fine. But it's just appreciating that the art itself, front and back, and opening it up and pulling that record out and pulling it right out of the sleeve, and You know, that stuff should come back. You know, and it started to come back, but it's very expensive. You know, it's very expensive. But you know, I come from, you know, the popular music from 70s, 80s, 90s, like that, and they're all that was still available then. And now it's all digital, and of course that's just a way of life. And you know, of course we like people buying the digital music, but at the same time, it's really cool to see someone walking down the street with the vinyl in their hand, or with the CD in their hand, or even the 7-inch and stuff like that they have.
The 8-track.
Yeah.
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 Cool. Yeah, for the record, here in Sacramento, we do have some great record stores still, and even a lot of newer ones. We have a great chain here called Dimple Records. We have Esoteric Records. We have a lot of cool record stores. You're not experiencing the same thing in Arizona?
There's not. I mean, in our hometown, I think the one place we used to buy records closed down. Tucson, there's a really cool Wooden Tooth Records. It's a pretty cool place. But
Zia has records there.
And
Yeah.
actually, we don't know how that really is going to go, because actually the owner just passed away real recently. He passed away probably about a month ago, and so you know they have stores in Tucson and Phoenix and the Scottsdale area, but you know that was his baby, and you know he took care of him 110%, and you know hopefully it doesn't fall through, and hopefully it stays open.
Let's hope.
You know, we need more of those for sure.
How did you hook up with Battleground Records?
we've known Dave for a long. Dave was the first guy we met in Tucson. The first band when he was playing with his original band, Rusted Satellites. I mean, really cool guy, really great guy. And when we were coming to make the music, he asked if he'd wanted to put out the record for us. He was kind of. He kind of opened that world to us with the vinyl and, getting it out there. He really dug the music, and we appreciate him putting it out for us.
That was back in the Powered Wig Machine days. So that's our other band. That's so Wayne and I we're Powered Wig Machine. So we started there, and Fuzz Evil was kind of our second transition, like another band of ours. But yeah.
You guys are obviously related because you said you were brothers. Yeah. Do you guys come from a musical family?
Yeah, I think so. My mom was like a hippie, and my dad would played in churches. So it's like, I don't know how they actually met from like a wrong number. So it's like, my dad's got some serious game. So yeah, they grew up. They used to play together all the time. We grew up with a lot of music in our house, and Joey and I, we were playing guitar and bass or whatever just from a really young age. So
yeah, my dad played keyboard. He could play anything, and the dude had no rhythm though. Yeah, it was great.
That's all.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Not a drummer then, huh?
No, I'm not a drummer. Or he's not. Yeah.
And you a musical background, musical family?
Yes. My father, he's been playing for over 40 plus years, and I've been playing since I was 3, and I'm 33 now, so 30 years myself. And I kind of just, always watched him as a little kid with, my dad and my uncles. They played, and my grandfather, my dad's dad, he actually was a touring guitar player for the Ritchie Valens, Buddy Holly, and Big Bopper shows. And obviously it was short-lived, but, he got to, start the tour and be part of that big band background. And, so he was starting to take off somewhere, but, and then it just, again, it was short-lived, and he just didn't want to do it anymore because he had kids at home, and it was hard. So, I come from a big background of music that way because, my dad still plays till this day. My little brother plays. I play, obviously. And my daughter now, she's 5 years old, and, it's funny because she loves Slipknot. She loves rock and roll. She loves Kiss because Daddy loves Kiss. And so, it's cool watching her pick up my drumsticks and play, and she keeps a perfect rhythm, and then just singing along those songs, it's just kind of going down to generation to generation. It's like it's in the blood, so it's just all over the place. And but yeah, I mean, as far as, like I said, I did lose sight of it for a little bit. Like I was telling these guys on the way up, I had lost passion in playing, just from internal reasons. And then I just picked, put the cases aside and packed everything up for 5-6 months, and kind of just went back to it. And then now look at me, I'm playing in the cover band back in Arizona with my own band, the Hitmen, and then they come out here and do this tour with them, and it's just it's surreal because I could play a little bit louder, I could play a little bit harder, and be myself and not have to worry about singing or nothing. I just play my drums and that's it.
Yeah,
you know.
just wait till you see him standing on top of a drum set.
I haven't fallen down yet. I haven't fallen down yet. So, but you know, throwing sticks in the air,
Oh, dude, these last few shows have been absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's been like just as fun for like us watching him, like turning around and seeing him doing something crazy back there. Yeah, the energy is ridiculous. Yeah.
Big influence is Tommy Lee for me. So Tommy Lee's a huge one. I tried to put in for this small West Coast tour. I tried to put in for a roller coaster drum kit, but they don't want to pay for it. It won't fit in the van.
Right. We had to nix that. Yeah.
Maybe next tour.
No space.
DIY roller coaster kit. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have insurance either.
Yeah, right, yeah, no
So
insurance.
that's why we're gonna go to Six Flags instead tomorrow, so I can get out of my system. You know.
Do you record any bonus tracks for any special editions or anything like that? Or
We actually are almost done right now with a split that's going to be coming out next year on Ripple Music. You know, we're another band is a friend of ours from Texas. That should probably be out next year, but yeah, we're just writing a lot right now. We're just constantly in the studio, constantly writing.
Yeah, and our CD that we just released, the CD for this album, we included the 2 tracks previous. So we did a split with Chiefs, so Glitter Bones, and then we did a digital release of Born of Iron. So we included those on the CD. So it's the 8 tracks instead of the 6 from the LP. So.
and do you recall a particular song that stuck in your brain as a youth or as a young adult
Do
when
you
you
know Taylor Swift? No, I'm joking.
I've seen her pictures.
She's great on mute. I mean, perfect on mute.
As a kid, my parents grew up super religious, so they bought us this record. I don't know. To this day, I don't even know who the hell this guy. Remember, the song was called "Here Come the Big Guitars," and the
Guitars.
typical. It was like this crappy '80s big shredding, but they were harmonizing. And I remember Joey and I, as little kids, used to listen to this crappy record of these dudes like shredding these. Yeah, and it stuck, and I was like, dude, I thought that's pretty cool. I could probably do that, you know.
For you, Ogre? Oh no, Ogre is not.
Orgo.
Orgo.
I got the weirdest name in the world.
Great name.
There's a specific reason behind that name too, but we'll get to that later. Leave some comments in there, and someone will respond.
Has that name helped you get chicks?
I get chicks all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I don't get no chicks. No. No, but with me, you know, it was funny because they know I'm a huge Kiss fan. I mean, I'm such that big Kiss fan where my office and my house are like covered from wall to wall merchandise, and I got 70s stuff. And
It's a little obsessive.
We'd be buried in the Kiss coffin, possibly.
hello, I'm gonna be buried with my axe base in the Kiss coffin, and then I'm gonna get cremated, and I'm gonna be Kiss urn. And then no one's selling my stuff, not even my daughter. So it's just gonna be inherited to her. No, but you know, it was funny because we were talking about actually. Yeah, you're saying that influences like what inspired us like to pick up the instrument. You know, I said my story's a little bit cheesy, and they're like, how? I said, well, my dad when I was like 3 years old, he went to Walmart and he picked up the VHS tape of Kiss Meets a Phantom at the Park. It's the 70s movie that was aired on ABC. So they put it on a VHS, and my dad brought it home, and he's like, hey, look at this. And it had Gene Simmons and Peter Criss on the cover. And I was like, I didn't know what it was, you know? So he put it in, he fast-forwarded it, and when he fast-forwarded to the part where they actually, like, came on stage and the lights went down, and then all of a sudden the camera panned up, and you see like, the sky and the stars, and all of a sudden you hear the theme music start, and here comes Paul Stanley shooting lasers out of his eyes, and Ace Frehley shooting thunderbolts out of his hands, and then Gene Simmons with fire in his mouth. Poor Peter Criss, he doesn't have no powers, would just be a cat. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, so, but, you know, and then they went on stage and started playing. I was like, and they started playing Shout Out Loud, and me as a kid, I was like, that's what I want to do. I honestly thought me picking up a pair of drumsticks or whatever it may be, I was going to get superpowers, and I'm still waiting until this day to get superpowers. I still have not gotten them.
We told him that
Mail order.
we told him if he gets LASIK surgery, that should count. Right, it's like lasers in your eyes. Yeah, that should work.
So that you know, that just really inspired me to like pick up the drumsticks and like, you know, be a menace, you know, and be like that shows me, because I really thought that was going to happen. I'm 30 years later, I'm still waiting. Come on, guys. All right.
Somebody give this man lasers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll add him to the interview.
That's right.
Finally, you'll finally be CGI.
You would get your lasers.
Sharks with freaking laser beams on its head.
That'll be your first music video, right?
Bro, give the camera your laser look right now. Do it.
We can CGI it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, favorite band at the moment that you're listening to? Anything new?
I've been jamming Uncle Ass and the Deadbeats nonstop, man. I love that band. Great band. Truck Fighters. They just released a record. We love the Truck Fighters. We played with those guys a few times. They're great dudes. Their music's just incredible. Especially this new record's a really good record. But a lot of stuff like that. A lot of fuzz rock, a lot of psych. You know, that's kind of our wheelhouse. So.
There's this. You ever heard of Skanskamorn? Dude, they're a rad band. I still can't that album came out was it a year and a half ago? I still can't put it down. That's like a wonderful album. And Monomyth is probably one of my favorite bands right now. They're trippy. Yeah, beautiful music.
And you just saw Slipknot, and you were talking about how Max Weinberg or Jay Weinberg is such a badass. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Oh man, Jay Weinberg. A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, he is a metal drummer and he is behind the mask right now, and he's filling in some pretty big shoes of Joey. But the thing is that a lot of people don't know that he's also filling in big shoes for his dad at times. With Bruce Springsteen, he's a drummer for Bruce Springsteen at times because his dad can't do it or fill in or whatever it may be. And people give him so much crap about he's not Joey, he's not Joey. Of course not. Well, hey, I'm not the other drummer in their band either. You're your own person, your own entity, and what you bring to it is what you bring to it, and it's your responsibility as a musician to make them pay attention and make them want to come back for more. And that's what he's doing, and I appreciate that because I went and saw him, and my eyes were all focused on him because I was thinking to myself, man, I remember seeing him in other bands, the grindcore bands, and Bruce Springsteen, even just watching on YouTube, and I just think to myself, man, he went from absolutely nothing to this, and little do people know that when Iowa came out 15 years ago, when Slipknot was on tour, and the backstage footage when his dad took him, he was that little kid in that costume, only 10, 12 years old.
Living the dream.
And he was dressed as Corey Taylor, and now he's playing it.
How sweet is that?
That's just amazing. Cool. I would love to play with kids like that, but I'm too fat for that, so I can't fit in the spandex,
Atkins diet will help you with that, I heard.
All my dreams are crushed. I mean, I want to be Kiss. I want to be Tommy Lee.
Dude, you're in Fuzz Evil, I'm sorry.
That's the closest I'm gonna get. So
Sad second, right?
in the words of Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last. So